Hey guys!
Sup?
And I know it's been a while. I'm sorry, I don't have time. Alright, and you know that. However, Emmer has all the time in the world.
Well, right now, yes.
So, here we are. Back again.
So, Josh, I have one question for you. Are you ready for round 2?
Shut the fuck up. So, there is totally... Apparently, this is the official sequel to Sonic.exe. There's a number of other fanfics of the fanfic. But this one is the official sequel to Sonic.exe.
Yes, this one claims to be the official sequel to everyone's favorite shitty fanfic creepypasta thing.
So we're going to dig into this because I feel as though I am contractually obligated to. Damn it. It is known as Sonic.exe / round 2.
Yes.
And I don't know why it's written that way. Because it's trying to be a file name.
Yeah, even though I don't think you can put a slash after a fucking .exe, can you?
I don't think so, because that's...
I really don't think that you can.
No, because .exe
is executable.
It's executable as soon as you click. Yeah. So that's dumb already. All right, here we go.
We are totally off to just a rip-roaring and awesome start.
It's been more than a year now, ever since the Sonic.exe murders. God, is that what they're gonna call them?
Apparently, yes. Began
to happen, and the police department still doesn't know who's doing it or why it's happening. The first murders looked as though the killer did a sloppy job at it, but over time the killings, or at least some of the guys back at the station, thinks it's just killings. What else is it?
It might just be some really messed up fucking like suicides thing. It might be kind of sort of like a suicide cult. We honestly don't fucking know.
Have gotten more elaborate. Bodies have been starting to look like the victims just dropped dead. Yes, elaborate.
It's a death note.
They're so elaborate that the victims don't even look like they were murdered.
It's Blood's fucking death note.
Oh God, shut up. There's another thing we have to get back to, don't we?
I know.
Or there were disappearances. That's not elaborate. That's kidnap. Like what? One thing is sorry. He keeps writing these words in all caps, so I keep having to pronounce them that way. Thing is certain. All the victims seem to have a burned/destroyed computer with... Yes, because burned is not the same thing as destroyed, you fucking
Well,
gimpard.
I mean, you can burn something and have it not be destroyed, Like, you actually can kind of sort of like singe the fucking edges of a book. That doesn't mean that the book is destroyed.
Yeah, so the frickin' demonic Sonic just went up and, like, put a lighter next to the laptop and just, like, lightly singed the corner.
I want to brown the outer housing of this laptop.
Is that what you're trying to fucking imply to me? Shut up! Computer with some data from a game called Sonic.exe.
Dun, dun, dun.
None of us have found any connections or clues that could help us learn why all this is happening. Well, no, that's not true. Then why did you say it?
Oh my God. You seriously are just sort of like on a little bit of a tear here.
I'm taking this very personally.
I can tell.
There was one cop who may have uncovered more about the murders than we did. The guy's name was Derek Green, a really good detective. He was really good. Not excellent, not extraordinary, but really good.
But, decent.
He was super duper.
He wasn't exactly Sherlock Holmes, but, he knew how to do his shit.
Mainly because he was always teamed up with his sister, Chelsea. So he wasn't a good detective at all. It was his sister.
It was Chelsea, yeah. It was Chelsea was, like, holding him up. It's
so
like, Derek, will you stop fucking sticking that severed fucking thumb in your nose? That's fucking evidence, damn.
They were assigned to
Class up, buddy.
They were
I'm sorry.
assigned to investigate the Sonic.exe murders. Yeah, I kind of figured. I should know, because I was their boss at the time. Yeah, you should know, shouldn't you? Also, if you were their boss and they were detectives, why are you referring to the police as if you're not a part of the police?
Maybe because he thinks that being a detective means you're part of, like, a detective agency? And you're, like, a private sort of thing?
Maybe, but that's not what the...
I understand, but I am just trying to make sense of this big shit, and that is, like, the best I have.
Okay, whatever. They're both dead. Oh, good. Sometimes I wonder if I should have helped him. You might have... You might have wanted to lift the finger there, Chief, but, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, the boys... God, am I reading my immortal? Well, anyways, the boys have found Derek's diary when we investigated his apartment. He hasn't been in his home for weeks.
Hold on. I could have sworn that most men didn't keep diaries. I thought they wanted... I could have sworn that most men used the word journal.
Well, Derek prefers the term diary, Emmer.
Well, that's fine.
Did you just assume his gender?
Yes, and I should totally check my fucking privilege, and I'm a horrible, horrible shitlord. Can we please continue this horrible thing?
He hasn't been home for weeks. The diary recorded all of what Derek found in his investigation. My God. Did he write down a lot?
A lot's supposed to be 2 words, right?
It is supposed to be 2 words, but I'm more annoyed by the fact that you're upset that Derek, one of your best detectives, is writing down a lot.
Well...
Would you rather he not take notes?
Well, you see, it seems that he may have put a lot in his diary, but he didn't put any of it in the fucking police fucking, like, reports and shit. I think that's what he might be implying, is that Derek here was too busy writing in his fucking, like, Hannah Montana diary, instead of doing, the paperwork necessary of a cop.
Now I'm just picturing Derek there at home with his Hannah Montana diary. My boss said the meanest thing today.
Diary. Another body was found today. It was just, so gross. Oh, God.
Did he write down a lot, especially after the chief of police took him off the case? Okay, so, if the chief of police is not you, and you're Derek's boss, who the fuck are you?
I'm going to assume he's, like, the station, like, captain, maybe?
Maybe? I don't know. Like, it's... the author doesn't identify himself, and I want to know who he is. And a lot of what he wrote down seems to connect.
Yes.
Connect. A lot about what's going on with these murders. At least, I hope he was onto something. Here is what Derek wrote. 7:30 p.m., September 15th, 2001. Stardate.
2011.
2011. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Stardate, Captain's log. Happy birthday to me. I got this diary as a gift from my sister Chelsea. So your sister...
My God, he seriously is just, on his belly with his feet up, just writing in his little fucking, like, I fucking Carly diary.
We moved on from Hannah Montana, now it's an iCarly diary. That's always
Well, yeah,
nice.
I mean, it's... Well, hell, man, it's fucking like 2011. We gotta keep with the times.
This will certainly come in handy when we both do another investigation. Oh, I forgot to tell you, my name's Derek Green. I'm a detective.
Why would you put that in your diary? At what point do you need to introduce yourself in your own why would you need to introduce yourself to yourself in your own private diary?
Wow, I'm not really good at this. Oh God, it is like a teenage girl
I'm
fucking
not
wrote
really
this.
good at this. Yeah. Oh my God.
Hopefully, I'll get better as I write in this. Anyways, I'll let you know if anything else happens. Fuck you, preps. That's how it's written.
I know.
11:22 a.m. October 24th, 2011.
Hold on. Diaries are supposed to be like a daily thing, right?
Yep.
He didn't write anything between September 15th and October 24th. I just want you to. I just want everyone to under fucking stand that.
He didn't use this thing for over a fucking month.
After gushing over how his sister gave him this, he went over a month and never fucking touched it. I just want to make that point clear.
Wow, pretty interesting way to start off a case on Halloween. Our boss
told... October 24th isn't fucking Halloween. Ever!
On Halloween! October 24th!
A week ahead of time.
Our boss told us...
Oh my god, it seriously is a week ahead.
It really is! Our boss told us there's a stiff in one of the local suburbs and he wants us to check it out. Wow, been a while since me and Chelsea tackled a murder case. This might be interesting. I love the smell of dead corpses in the morning.
Smells like fire. Awesome.
Shut up. We're in the truck right now.
It's my favorite show ever. It's so super, you guys. Anyway, back to the body.
And we're in the truck right now. We're heading for the house. 2:30 p.m. Jesus. Whatever happened in this house, I was not expecting. Is he dead? Because you should have been expecting that. The victim looked like something ripped his mouth open and tried to yank something out from inside. Well, that's actually pretty disgusting sounding, so fair enough.
Wait. Rip something out from inside?
Yeah, inside of what? His mouth?
No. I mean... So does that look like something inside was trying to rip something out of, like, his mouth area, or was someone reaching inside trying to yank something out? The wording on this is kind of goofy.
It is, but, you know... I've seen a lot of messed up ways to kill a person, but this is rather strange. I don't really, seriously, think any normal person would do this. Yeah, I'm glad you clarified that, because...
Oh, come on now, dude. Like, Mr. Rogers, like, every other fucking episode, he would just sort of wait until somebody shows up, you know. Oh, look at this, children. It's the postman. It's Mr. fucking McFeely.
You can't even finish the
Come over here, dude.
You can't even finish the fucking joke.
I couldn't. It was just the idea of Mr. Rogers just fucking, like, tearing open anybody. It was just too much. Mr. McFeely, children. Hey, man, come here. I want to show you something. Anyway.
The cop present at the crime scene told us that the kid was like this for 2 days. How do you... And his
dude, normally whoever's at the crime scene can normally kind of sort of ID about how long the body's been there.
Like, not the cop, the coroner does that, though.
It normally is the coroner, but, you know, who knows? This honestly might be a real special fucking cop. It might actually be the Sherlock Holmes of the precinct, the one who is the reason why Derek isn't the best on the force.
Yeah, maybe. And his parents just discovered his body. And well, where were his for 2 days?
Well, I mean, they were maybe on vacation, and their son was just supposed to, like, watch the house.
Quit trying to come up with logical excuses for this bullshit, and called us this morning. What's really weird about this is that
wait, hang on. Oh, okay, so the parents called them in this morning. I thought it was called us in as in called him and his sister in this morning, and they sort of sauntered in at 2:30 p.m. to finally take a look at the shit.
What's really weird about this is that there's
I swear to God, every single time I see that, I'm going to fucking just scream.
Weird about this is there's a badly made cut on his chest that's shaped like the number 1. So it's just a line.
Well, I mean, it might be one of those fancy ones. It's got the little, like, bar on top and the one on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
It might also just be a Roman fucking numeral one, so it'll be like a big I.
He would have said I.
Unless he thinks it's supposed to be a Roman numeral 1. It's still shaped like the number 1.
Shut up. Chelsea told me she found a possible clue to the murder. She showed us that the victim owned a computer. Brilliant deduction, Chelsea. The computer is badly burnt and wrecked. Both me and Chelsea have a theory to this. Either the killer destroyed the computer, or the victim did it himself. Oh, man, you just busted this case wide open.
But what if But what if a burglar broke in and decided to burn the computer? Ooh, your theory's fucked now, Chelsea, isn't it? Dumbass. No, I'm sorry, continue.
The only...
Either way, we sent it to the station for research.
Yeah, sorry. Either way, we sent it to the station for research. 6:10 p.m. Alright, the guys from the lab have their report.
I would just like to say right now that almost every single time I see a time, I honestly just for some reason that fucking like gong noise in that little like gong noise from Law and Order like pops in my head.
Yes.
6:10 dong dong. Just saying. Right.
They told us that the computer's wrecked from inside and out. Well, it was on fire, so...
Again, it could have easily just scorched the outer housing. We don't know. Now we know.
And what I mean by that is that everything that was on this kid's computer is completely deleted, while at the same time the computer got destroyed.
How the fuck would you know if it's completely How would you know what data is on that hard drive if the whole thing is completely smoked?
Yeah, like if... Okay, first of all, how can you know the stuff is deleted? Like, of course the stuff is deleted and fucked up if... Oh my god. The only thing that seems to be still be in the computer is some data from a computer game called Sonic.exe. Again, if it's completely destroyed, how are you even able to tell?
I guess through police magic.
Sure. 4:30 p.m., November 11th, 2011. A couple more murders these last few weeks. All the same killing method. Dead bodies. Yeah, generally. Torn open mouths. Destroyed computers. The more recent killings are looking less messy, as if the killer is being more careful with tearing out whatever it is he's tearing out from inside these victims' bodies.
He is tearing them out from inside the body.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are also cuts on these victims' chests that seem to be in numerical order 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The killer seems to be keeping count of all the people he's killing. Yes, that would...
Do you want to know what I would do if I was this killer, just totally to fucking throw off the cops? I honestly would totally do this. I would carve in the numbers up to 6, and then my next victim, I would carve a fucking 8 in it, so that way then they're on a feverish hunt to find a 7th victim that they will never find.
Well, you're an asshole. 8:30 p.m. Had dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally diary, worthy.
Had dinner.
I ate food today. Happy for me.
Both me and Chelsea are brainstorming with what's been going on. It's really strange, the fact that computers are getting destroyed every time there's a murder victim, and we find that there's some old data from the same game, Sonic.exe. The name reminds me of all the times me and Chelsea played some of our old Sonic the Hedgehog video games. Oh my god. I remember that we used to play Sonic Heroes. She always liked playing as Rouge the Bat, and I always liked playing as Vector.
I am so sorry for these two that their
so
fondest
both of
memories
you were just
like
raging
one of the shittier
fucking
games.
retards. But it's weird. What is a Sonic game, a possibly fan-made one at that, definitely, got to do with all these killings? 2:45 p.m., December 2nd, 2011.
Dum dum.
Another murder. Big surprise there. Great. Now even the friggin' detective's getting apathetic. But now both me and Chelsea agree that all these murders are connected with that game.
What evidence do you have for this
Did you?
Because for fuck's sake, like almost everybody and their fucking dog also has fucking Minecraft on their friggin' computers. Are you going to tell me that if you found a whole bunch of victims and they all just happen to have Minecraft on their fucking desktop, oh my god, it's the fucking Minecraft murders? No, you're not. No, that's fucking. Never mind.
That is exactly what they call it. So I don't know what you're getting so upset about.
It's just that fucking line of logic. What cop would look at that and go, "I believe we have a connection with this file that is on the computer." Apparently, these people are dying because they're opening a file on their computer.
Maybe the killer made it as his calling card. The chief told us not to worry so much about a simple video game and just stick with what's going on with the murders. But the video game is... The video game is a part of the murders, so...
Well, they don't have any real evidence to support that outside of there's data of it on everybody's jacked up, fried out computers.
If they're already on like 8 murders and that game is always there and it's the only file they can see on the destroyed computers, yeah, I might think it might have something to do with it too by that point.
Well, I would still focus on finding more evidence before focusing on that.
Yeah, well, maybe they don't have anything else. 6:30 p.m. Autopsy came in again. The doctor told us that aside from the wounds from the chest and mouth, the victims don't seem to show any signs of a murder or struggle. Oh, so aside from having something brutally ripped out from their fucking throats, they don't show any signs of a murder or struggle. In fact,
go ahead.
As baffling as it seems, all the victims appear to be in perfect health, apart from the fact that they're dead and brutally mutilated.
I should mention that dead is in quotes.
I air-checked... He's about to explain it to you. Don't worry.
Fuck's sake.
I air-checked the word dead, because that's where the report came out really disturbing. The doctor stated that they're all in what appears to be a persistent vegetative state.
So
What?
they're in a coma.
Meaning these
They're
people...
in a fucking vegetative coma.
Meaning these people are in fact still alive, their brains and hearts are still working, but they're all in an empty, dead-like state, as if something robbed them of their minds or sense of self. So, you haven't been investigating murders at all!
You've been investigating really horrendous, awful, horrible, like, assaults and attempted murders. Because no one's dead yet.
Chelsea stated it was probably one of the freakiest things she's seen in her days as my partner, and I don't blame her.
Well, because it does seem a little bit more fucked up to leave a trail of, vegetables than it is to leave a trail of corpses. I'm just going to say that. Trail of corpses seems like it'd be less hassle.
Who would be capable of actually stealing people's senses of self? It's like the devil is hand-picking innocent people and robbing them of their souls for eternal damnation. That seems to be an excessive interpretation of what's going on here, but, whatever.
Praise be to Satan.
God damn it. Hey, Satin, you like Grende?
Grende's the shit, yo. I walk a lonely road.
Shut the fuck up. 5:42 p.m., December 14th, 2011. Chelsea has been acting very strange lately. She seems quieter at work, and whenever we go home, she goes back into her room. I'm guessing she's just as determined to learning more about this case as I am. If she's onto something, I hope she lets me know first before we make it official. After all, we are a team. 2 o'clock p.m.
I find it weird that these two, a brother and sister, adults, are not only partners on the police force. I don't think any police force would actually allow a brother and sister to be partners on the force. That's just a thought. But they're also living together. You would think they would want a little time apart,
Yeah, you'd think.
Themselves live their own lives. Either that, or else they're like the youngest fucking officers on the force, and they're living in their house because they're both 12. I don't fucking know.
2 o'clock p.m., December 19, 2011. Chelsea didn't go to work with me. She said she wasn't feeling well. I'm starting to get a little worried for her. Ever since we took this case, she's been acting rather odd. I thought that was more recent. Like, within the last week.
Apparently, it's been more noticeably odd in the last week.
Well, it's a good thing he established that, didn't he? I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. Boss told me not to worry about it and maybe just go look into what she was researching on. I might do that. Also, several news about people worshipping this guy recently. Calls himself X. Creative. I swear, the things kids will be into nowadays.
Oh, you putting kids in your cults. With your cults and your fucking loud music and your MTV.
And your devil worship. Oh, you
Yes.
kids.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine
Never stop it.
about nothing and everything all at once?
Oh, I'm sorry, continue.
9:30 p.m. December 24th, 2011. Almost time for Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. Like, it's literally Christmas Eve. Though I don't know if I should celebrate. Chelsea's been shut in her room almost every day, not responding to me. I hope she's alright. Anyways, I've been looking into Chelsea's work and I think she might have found something. Apparently the killer must be going after anyone who plays the Sonic.exe game. And once they've played the game, the killer tracks them down, kills them, and keeps count by carving the numbers onto their chest. But what about the fact that almost every victim looks as though they had their soul sucked right out of them? Wait a minute, I just remembered something. I'm writing this down, as I remembered something, rather than actually,
Just writing it down.
A few days ago, Chelsea came home from the store and went back into her room. She said she found a new game. Oh my god! Chelsea! It's a good thing you wrote that down.
I was about to say, yeah, now make fucking note, he wrote that instead of going and checking on his potentially fucking vegetative sister. You know, it's not a fucking matter of, holy fuck, I should totally check on my sister who hasn't spoken to me in days and she's been locked up in her room. Sounds really, really a whole lot like the victims that we have fucking seen. No, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna write in my fucking, I'm gonna sit here and write in my, diary just because fuck it.
12:32 a.m. The writing is a bit sloppy and there are tears splashed here and there. Chelsea is dead. She found the game. Oh my god, why?
But she's not dead. We've already established she's not fucking dead. She's in
a vegetative state. You already clarified that.
She's dead.
4:50 a.m. December 25th, 2011. Merry Christmas. I called the guys. I called the guys back at the station.
Praise be to Satan. Ho, ho, ho.
I called the guys back at the station to help me move Chelsea. You didn't call a fucking ambulance yet? What? Oh god, why? Why her? Did the killer found out? God.
That is not where the sentence ends, John.
Did the killer found out and tried to cover his tracks?
There we go.
Ugh. No, it doesn't look like anything was taken or destroyed. Well, except for the computer. So something was, you fucking idiot!
And I'm about to say, you can't be a killer if they're in a vegetative state. And I would like to say right now, he's writing this as they're carrying her vegetative corpse body someplace.
That's why he needed help, because he needed them to move her while he wrote all this down.
Like, Jimmy, I need you guys to carry her because I have to do a little bit of writing. Derek, I really don't mean to pry. Is that a fucking Hannah Montana diner? No! Hell no! It is I fucked Carly. Now haul the body in. Because Daddy fucking Derek has got to fucking write. Shut up.
Daddy Derek? Really, Emmer?
I just thought, what the hell, throw it in.
Well, except for the computer, and the game was still here. I wanted to keep it and try to find out why this had happened, but the chief demanded I hand it over to him. The way he asked for it is really odd. It's as if he doesn't want me to do anything to this game disc. Yeah.
Because it's evidence, you fucking hump.
The funeral for my sister will be prepared in a few days, so you're gonna bury her when she's in a vegetative state?
Well, dude, I mean, vegetables happen to go better when you put them in the fucking ground.
Shut up, Emmer. Christ, that was dark even by your standards.
Wow. Alright.
I can't believe that Chelsea, my own sister, is gone. When I find out who killed her, Vegetative state. I'm gonna make sure he pays dearly. Best watch out, murderer. Daddy Derek is coming to town.
Yes.
4:50 p.m., December 28, 2011. Came back from the funeral. God, am I a mess. Thankfully, Boss was... You just call him Boss? Does he have a fucking name? Thankfully, Boss was there for me. He's the only person who's ever supported me in Chelsea. Except all the guys who helped you carry her fucking body out. Okay. I'm glad he's on my side about this case.
They apparently don't have family who, care. Actually, and I actually just for picturing that call. Dad, it's Chelsea. She's dead. I don't fucking care, son. Don't fucking bury her ass. I got drinking to do.
Wow. This is all starting to unravel so terribly. A woman came to me in the funeral party. Her name is Shannon Goldman, and she is...
Funeral party? Most people call that like a wake.
Funeral party.
It's not called... On what fucking planet is it called a funeral party?
I don't know.
Okay, I have kind of a question. This is sort of going back a ways. So the coroner is the one who found out the victims are all in a persistent vegetative state, right?
Right.
So what the hell do they do with them after the coroner finds out? Do they just send them to the hospital, or does the fucking precinct just have sort of like a garden growing in the yard now?
Well, the second alternative is incredibly dark.
Well, I mean, seeing as how they buried, like, one of their own who was in this state, that would tell me that if it's just Joe fucking, Schlub, I guess they just dump him in back, too.
Joe Schlub?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright, so anyway, back to the fucking funeral party.
Funeral party. Her name is Shannon Goldman, and she was supposedly a representative for the Cult of X. Cult of X, as she called it. She told me she was sorry for my loss and pulled out some weird religious crap about X, wishing me a happier year. Seriously? Who was this X guy anyway? She told me that soon X will make things better for the whole world, which pretty much ended the conversation right there. That woman is crazy. Anyways, more news about the Cult of X doing more crazy stuff. Wow, whoever this X guy is, he's making as much an impact on the public as the killer is.
I wonder who X might be.
No, X.
X. You would almost think that a cop who is said to be one of the better detectives on the force might somehow think this rise of murders and the sudden appearance of X might be somehow, connected.
He might, but, he also might not, because he's an idiot. 2:20 p.m.
Of course, he also might have gotten that had he actually have grabbed the pamphlets about X, wishing you a happier year. My name is X, and I wish you a happier year. Glory, X.
2:20 p.m., January 2nd, 2012. Another murder. Jesus, this guy never has a break with this, does he? This is like the 22nd killing. I mean, come on, man. What is he trying to gain from killing all the people? He's not killing the... And how the hell is he getting away with it so goddamn easily? Well, when you're the only idiot assigned to the fucking case, he may not have to try that hard.
Yeah, and you would think after two killings, this would kind of become less a local police thing, and the FBI would get involved, or it's something big. You would think that some kind of outside force would come in and help, but no. The chief, Derek, I'm just gonna need you to just take care of this case. Buddies, doesn't matter. It's all on you. Remember, Chelsea would have wanted it this way.
Wow. I gotta know what it is Chelsea was finding. She was onto something, I just know it. Maybe if I look around her room, I might find a clue. Yeah, maybe you might want to have done that a fucking gimp tart. 5:30 p.m. Well, whatever Chelsea...
Wait, though. Wouldn't wouldn't the like actual police have checked her room when they hauled her body out looking for evidence?
You know, I don't think so. Okay, obviously not. 5:30 p.m. Well, whatever Chelsea found, she left a lot of good clues for me. Did she?
Apparently.
The computer isn't entirely broken. Okay, you mean to tell me the PD didn't freaking confiscate that like they did every other one?
Well, no, because they just took the game desk.
In fact, it seems like it only got beat up a few times. But still surprisingly working like new, so someone just walked up and punched it a few times.
Someone just took like a baseball bat, just put, like a couple of dents in the fucking tower.
I'm actually surprised I didn't see it like this that night. But then again, if you lost someone you love, you too would lose sight of very important details surrounding you. Okay.
Well, that is kind of true. If you're in shock and when you're hit with that kind of a shock, you really don't pick up on detail.
Anyways, I checked the computer and there's an icon for the Sonic.exe game on her desktop. My god. How the hell did Chelsea even get this? I guess
she bought it! She fucking said it earlier! I bought a new game!
I guess it doesn't really matter. What's really important is what I found in her notes. Apparently Chelsea was terrified of this game. Something from this game scared the crap out of her. In fact, according to what she wrote down, she made it seem like the game was cursed or something. But that can't be the case. There's no way a computer game would harm anyone. Right.
Again, we have to stress, he's writing this in his fucking diary. No other human being is going to see this. Yet he's writing this as if some oddball third fucking party like us are reading it. There's no real explanation.
Well, it's a good thing he thought ahead, isn't it, Emma?
Yeah,
7:12 a.m. January 3rd, 2012. Okay, I changed my mind. Maybe there is something spooky about this game after all. Last night I had a dream. No. A nightmare. More like. I remember it well. I was trapped in the darkness.
The darkness, my old friend.
What? I'm right here.
Yes. And apparently he's trapped inside you.
Well, tell him...
So, John, I should ask, how exactly does it feel to have a man in you?
You son
I'm sorry, dude. It was just right there. I just had to go for it.
Decidedly unpleasant.
Okay, there.
All was quiet except someone was laughing and talking to me.
And it wasn't quiet.
I kept having visions of Sonic the Hedgehog smiling and appearing all around me as he talked to me. He told me to play the game over and over again, each time sounding more impatient. When he got to my face and yelled, "Play it!" that's when I woke up with a fright. Why would Sonic want me to play a game that possibly killed my sister? Oh, geez. I can only think of it.
But it didn't kill your sister. That happened when you dumped 6 feet of dirt on top of her, dude.
True story. 3:30 p.m. Another murder, number 24, and the cult of X seems to be pestering the public more and more. What's their deal? Don't they realize there's a killer on the loose?
Yes, and they're probably trying to give you salvation through the cult of X.
Wait a minute. What if this X weirdo is the killer?
Well, bravo. The last horse finally crosses the finish line.
It would make sense. Ever since these murders started, this cult has been hanging around recruiting more and more people. And this X character they're worshipping, who is he? Why is it that this cult even started after several murders have taken place? I looked over Chelsea's notes again, and she seemed to agree with me. Apparently, X has something to do with the Sonic.exe game. Did he make the game? Is he somehow got a hold of it and thought, hey, if I kill people with this game, people will like me? Well, that's an interesting conclusion to draw, but whatever works for you, bro.
I have just tried to wrap my head around that. So wait. So he stumbled. So one of his theories is he stumbled on this cursed game, knows that it does awful shit to people, and his first thought is, hey, maybe if I give this to people, and all of them die, not really die, but, kind of, sort of, maybe die in a way kind of iffy, then people will like me. It's brilliance.
Truly. If what X is doing here is real, yeah, because it's fake, you fucking retard, then something is seriously wrong here. Yeah, because something wasn't seriously wrong after 24 murders! Vegetative states.
Well, they
whatever.
weren't murders.
Yeah, God damn
it. Except possibly for Chelsea, who was murdered by whoever put the dirt on top. Anyway.
6:30 p.m. Unbelievable! The chief of police came over to my apartment a while ago and told me the investigation may be too much for me to handle, and he said I was off the case. What the hell? I've practically found a lot of evidence. Teenage girl again.
Fucking hell.
For it, and he practically told me that I shouldn't continue on. He also said that Chelsea would have wanted me to quit with this after what happened. Bullshit!
Especially since I have already established that the chief said that Chelsea would have wanted him to continue the whole thing solo, so, yeah, bullshit. I call fucking bullshit.
Whatever. I'm not gonna let some fathead stop me from solving this case. He's just a prep anyway, and a fucking
Victorious
poser.
is gonna be on in 5 minutes, so I just don't care anyway.
As he left, I gave him the finger. I'm gonna find out who X really is, why he's doing all of this, and I'm gonna turn him in! Ooh. Edgy. You're gonna turn him in, huh?
And I am gonna wreak the greatest vengeance of all time! Criminal due process. Ooh.
Thank you, Captain America.
Oh, shit. So...
5 p.m. February 8th, 2012. More murders. We're up to 28 now. They're not murders! You even said they're not! The boss contacts me about it every now and then behind the chief's back. Okay, who is the boss, and how is he different from the chief?
I'm going to assume, again, that the boss is like the precinct captain, and that the chief would be his boss.
He told me that whoever is causing all these murders is one smart son of a bitch, or you're all retards. One of the two. I can't...
Or perhaps maybe both.
I can't really blame him. As much as I hate to admit it, I have to give X credit for being able to kill 28 people so far. You
don't have any evidence to support that claim, Derek.
Also, you're giving him credit for being able to murder 28 people?
When so far the body count from him has officially been 0.
But he's not gonna get away with it. Anyways, I've looked over Chelsea's notes again, and what she wrote down before she got attacked was very odd. Nonsensical stuff about a Sonic plushie always watching her, spying on her. Oh my fucking Christ, here we go again.
Well, dude, I mean, we kind of had to get back to this, because this is a fucking Sonic.exe fanfic.
I actually almost forgot, because we got this weird X shit going on.
We have all this bullshit about the fucking, cult of X.
I never saw a Sonic doll in the apartment. Then again, I never questioned my sister's sanity. She was always a smart one. Was she? I hope so, because you were an idiot. And things, and it just pains me to realize how broken she was just before she died. I didn't tell the boss about X, or Chelsea's notes. I know he won't believe me. Nobody
So you were withholding evidence.
Yes, he is.
Dipshit.
You could, if he didn't believe you, you could, let him read the notes. That would be pretty distinctive proof that they exist.
True.
I guess you had to solve a case, you have to do it yourself. No, you really don't. But, whatever, bro. You do you. 8:30 p.m. Someone sent a friend request on my Skype. He calls himself Cole. He said he can help me with this case, but only if I can trust him. I really...
Oh, fuck you.
I really don't have a choice. Actually, yeah, you do have a choice. You could say, no, weird stranger, I'm not going to trust you because I don't fucking know you, and I'm not going to discuss the evidence in an open police investigation.
What evidence? This stuff hasn't been admitted into evidence yet.
Well,
it's not...
fucking should be.
Yeah, it should be, but it isn't because Derek is a retarded little fucking humpty. Anyway, let's continue this.
I'm willing to do anything to put an end to this. Even kill more people. Anyways, Cole told me that I first have to get files of all the victims in the Sonic.exe murders. That's what the news is starting to call them now that the police has confirmed the old game data in the computers as evidence. Great.
How the hell do they confirm it as evidence? They can... Cause there is no evidence that directly links. It's just something that's always there. That's more or less a theory, not full-blown, proper, real evidence.
Later on tonight, I'm gonna pay the station a little visit. Okay. 11:45 p.m. Jesus, what a close call. I just made it back for the station. I managed to grab all the files, and I had a run-in with the chief. He asked what I was doing back at the station. Your job? Like, he wasn't fired, he was just taken off the case.
Unless he was also put on, like, a leave of absence, and the author never told us that.
Yeah, well, I can believe the author not telling us something. I lied and told him I had to pick up a few things from my office and decided to take some time off.
Alright, okay, so never mind. He's not on a leave of absence.
Thankfully, he believed me, but it's strange. The way he talked to me sounded like he didn't believe me in the slightest. So... Okay. Thankfully, he believed me, but it sounded like he didn't believe me. Okay. Anyways, I got the files just like Cole asked. You don't know... Okay, now you're literally stealing police evidence and literally giving it to a stranger.
Well, no, because he hasn't officially given it to Cole yet. He got the files just like Cole asked.
I told Cole that all the victims had the same occurrences. All of them were in a dead-like state, as if their souls were taken out, and that they were all numbered, and that each computer the victims had were somehow destroyed and had Sonic.exe inside the hard drive. So you told him stuff you already knew. You didn't have to need the files to tell him that, because you were on the case. Like, you knew all that already.
Yeah.
Cole said there's a reason why all the victims of Sonic.exe on their computers, and boy did I not like the answer. The Cult of X is involved. Their members, after someone gets killed, steals the game disc the victim had at the time and hides it away for a while until it shows up later at a random place to easily obtain it. These random locations could be anything: a game store, a pawn shop, the black market, eBay, Craigslist, random yet seemingly harmless deliveries, anywhere that involves buying stuff. That way, when the next potential victim finds it, he or she becomes the new owner of the Sonic.exe game until X comes to kill them, and then a member of the cult comes to steal away the game disc again, and thus the cycle begins anew. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever, given what's been established.
I have a question, albeit a very minor one. So, if the cult is able to take the discs, if the Cult of X can just steal the game disc and just dump it off anywhere else, like a game store, a pawn shop, eBay, Craigslist, why the fuck would you need to go on the black market? Is the deep web in desperate need of weird, goofy video games?
And then this doesn't add up because in the first story, Tom's friend Kyle sends him the disc because Sonic Ghost was tormenting him. So what happened there? How did the cult get the disc back? Did they just know that Tom sent it away?
Well, that actually there's a bit after Craigslist. Random yet seemingly harmless deliveries. Just mailing it to the next victim.
I guess that
because, as you happen to remember, Kyle's note in the first one, it didn't look like it was written by Kyle. If you happen to remember, he questioned the penmanship.
This is all fucking stupid.
So the note was probably written by a member of the Cult of X.
I asked Cole why the cult is even doing this, and he told me that X, the bastard, is clearly some sort of holy figure to the cult, and they will do whatever it takes to be on his good side.
No shit, he's a holy figure.
That doesn't really answer the question.
It's the fucking cult. It's the fucking cult of X. I would be surprised if X was just an altar boy in his own fucking cult.
What does they see in X anyhow? What does they see in X?
I don't know. What does they see in X, Josh?
Why is it they like him so much that they're willing to be accomplices to murder? Or better yet, what kind of power does X have to strike so much terror into people that they'll do whatever he says?
That's how cults function, dipshit. The cult leader has got some level of extreme charisma, and they can get their, followers to do anything. Look no further than Charles fucking Manson, who was able to talk his family into just murdering people without any kind of explanation or summary.
Also, follow up. Alright, so if the cult breaks in and steals the game disc to get student and victim, why does... Wait. I ran ahead a little bit. Oh, wait, he's about to play the game, right? How can he play the game when he doesn't have the game? The chief took it.
Because the icon was still on his sister's not quite fucking destroyed computer.
Alright, so then how does the cult know that he's is there like a GPS involved, or like anytime you activate the game they just know where it's at?
Well, there might actually be some kind of like a virus that also carries along with the exe file.
The more I think about this, the more I'm annoyed.
But then lets the cult of X know. Dude, you and I are really thinking way too deep into this shit. I just want to say that right now.
3:30 p.m. March 1st, 2012. I couldn't hold myself any longer. I had to know what Chelsea found in that game. So I played it.
Ooh.
It started off pretty basic with the classic Sonic the Hedgehog title screen. Until I started it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Sonic. His eyes had gone black and there were red glowing dots staring at me. Do you have a stopwatch, by the way? Because,
no, I don't.
Because you'll need one. Anyways, when I got on the character selection screen, yes, this game apparently has one, I was shown the character lineup. Shadow, Sally, and Rouge. Rouge was Chelsea's favorite character. I chose not to play her out of respect for Chelsea, and chose Shadow.
Oh, the edge.
Edgy.
Yeah.
That laugh.
Hot topic. It is fucking Hot Topic the Hedgehog time.
It sounded just like the laugh that Sonic made in that dream I had. Yeah, I bet. The game started with a level titled called Let's Play. So you're on YouTube. And I was shown Shadow standing in what appears to be a hallway of mirrors, with a faint echoing sound of piano playing a calm melody in the distance.
That honestly sounds awesome.
I had Shadow walk down the hall. Itchy. And every time he walked past a mirror, I was introduced to a more twisted, messed up version of himself in the mirror. Every time I look in the mirror, I just see a monster looking back at me.
And then I found out that it was my inner demon, yearning to bust free. Free the demon!
Crawling in my skin.
These wounds, they will not heal.
Okay, that's enough. And every time
I was a young boy.
Oh, god damn it, Emmer!
Okay, continue.
His reflections, red markings, were oozing red, as if he was bleeding. And his eyes were bloodshot, so he was high. Tell him to lay off the pot. To the point that where they were red, bleeding, and pulsating, and he had probably the most psychotic grin on his face.
Wait, his eyes were pulsating?
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
That sounds kind of nasty.
It's like I was looking at a walking fountain of blood. What the fuck? I had Shadow walk
Walking
past...
Fountain of Blood. That would be such an awesome name for a fucking band.
I had
and now please welcome to the stage, Walking Fountain of Blood!
I had Shadow walk past the last mirror and the music stopped. Shadow was now walking down an empty, quiet hallway. I had this growing sense of dread in my stomach. Then Shadow stopped at one more mirror. He stopped right at it, showing his weird, bleeding reflection. And then that laugh came again. And I saw that the real Shadow was slowly transforming into his reflection, bleeding and smiling. What the hell kind of game is this?
A really shit one, apparently.
And then Sonic appeared, with those black and red eyes, red tears crumbing down his face. God, it's my Immortal all over again. Red tears of blood. He smiled as he looked at Shadow, and then the screen went black, and then came a message on the screen. It's not the outside that's important. It's who you are on the inside that really intrigues me. Well, that's awful sweet of you to say.
So, does that mean that Shadow's dead?
I don't fucking... Oh, hold on. When it came back to the level, Shadow was sitting on the floor, cradling in a half-fetal position like a child.
Whoa, what the fuck is a half-fetal position?
I don't know.
Is that only fucking like one fucking leg tucked in? What's the deal?
Just grinning that freaky grin. Then Sonic smiled as he looked at me, and then he lunged at Shadow. Screen going black with a loud pixelated screeching noise. Gah! I still feel as if I can still hear it ringing in my ears. That laugh came again, and another message. Hey, how long are these things going on? Because Tom kept track of all this, and we need to know.
I know. Tom honestly was really on top of shit when it came to measuring time.
You're learning more about this better than anyone, aren't you, Derek? What the fuck? How in the hell does this game know me? This doesn't make any sense.
Well, Derek, to be fair, you are kind of shallow and stupid, so the game really doesn't have to work too hard to know anything about you. Just saying.
It brought me back to the main menu, and I saw the Shadow was now in one of the TV screens looking as he did earlier, looking rather mindlessly happy. I had to turn the game off. My head still hurts from so much from all this. Was Chelsea found? A haunted computer game, and now some guy's using it as an excuse to kill people just to gain a cult?
But he's not killing them.
I just don't get it. Why is all this happening? Who is X? Who is X? Who is X? Sonic? Also, again, I feel the need to stress that this is all him writing this down.
It's all his fucking diary. He's writing this shit in his diary. I would also like to mention that is he really trying to say that X and Sonic are... Oh my god, you don't think this is some kind of like a long-winded reference to Sonic.exe, do you?
Oh god, please don't fucking say that. I will be so angry. You have no idea.
I also know, dude, right now I'm just trying to put two and two together, and it shockingly is coming up with this is some long thing.
Alright, let's keep going. Let's go. I don't want to talk about that.
And then X is going to actually be that kid. What the fuck's his name? Thorndike?
Chris Thorndike.
Chris Thorndike, and he's just going to be trying to, like, resurrect his buddy fucking Sonic who left him.
4:30 p.m., March 2nd, 2012. I've come to a conclusion. It's obvious that X is no ordinary human being. Okay.
You don't say.
In fact, I no longer even think he's human. Cole filled me in about him. X is really called Sonic.exe.
What?
Named after the game that's been causing all this trouble. Cole Skyped me recently that Sonic.exe has been around long before the game did.
So his parents named him that?
I asked him what X was exactly, and his answer unnerved me.
Wait, I am still trying to wrap my head around this. So, they gave birth. The dad looked and said, "Mary, we have a son. He's a beautiful baby boy. What are we going to name him?" "Name him Sonic.exe. Mary, are you still high? Kinda.
Sonic.exe is a monster. No, not the monsters you see in horror films or video games. He is a real monster. And he's not just any monster, apparently. Is there like a monster comparison sheet we can have that you're trying to establish that he's like unique for a Anyway.
I mean, because if he's not like a monster from a movie and he's a real monster, then does that mean he's like Castro and Hitler? Like, are we talking that level monster? Are we talking like a Jeffrey Dahmer level monster? Like, what? Yeah, we actually do need some kind of like a chart for this.
Cole told me that X is a supernatural being from another dimension. How fucking crazy is that? But it's true. It has to be. X has this power to control all of reality in his realm, and he is unable to do the same in our world because he can't enter it.
So X is Q with less of the abilities.
Yeah, basically.
Jesus Christ.
So, some time ago, someone made a game disc that would serve as a window in between X's world and ours. Anyone who plays it gets a front row seat of what X's dimension looks like, and it is hell! Not literally hell. Fuck you. But pretty freaking close. Over time...
Well, I don't know. I mean, some people honestly would think that Sonic the Hedgehog's world is kind of a hellish one.
Over time, after someone plays X's games, X sends out a plushie of... God, seriously? Again with the fucking plushie of Sonic to act as a spy for him. Really? Then when the time is right...
dude, X honestly would have sent a fucking Tails plushie, but all of those are busy being evil all fucking by themselves. So,
Yeah.
Kind of had to go for, like, the next best thing.
Then when the time is right, X is able to open the window for a short time and pull people into his world where they are trapped forever. This is how he's able to kill people, so he's not... so easily without anyone noticing. He comes out of the computer, pulls the soul out of the person's body, and then goes back into the computer to retreat into his dimension. There, he can make the soul he captured his slave for all eternity. If I was told about this long ago, I would not have believed it, but now I'm straight up convinced. Really?
You're easily convinced, Derek. Just saying.
You're kind of a gullible twit, aren't you? Everything Cole has told me is the truth so far, and right now I am writing down all that he's telling me.
How do you know it's all the truth? You have nothing to back this shit up.
Just in case any of this information becomes useful. Yeah, because nothing about this is useful. 6:30 p.m. Cole told me he has to go. He'll get in trouble if he gets caught talking to me, but he says he'll Skype me again soon. Until then, I'm asked to write down the names of any potential victims this time. I am also asked to keep an eye out. The cult is getting suspicious. Yeah, because nothing so far has been suspicious, but now things are getting weird. 4:30 p.m., April 22nd, 2012. 29th murder and no word from Cole yet. I nearly escaped from a few members of the cult and anybody that might be involved. I can't trust anyone now. I need to stay in my apartment more often so no one finds me. Yes, that's the last place they'll think to look for you. In your own apartment!
I think it might be best if he took her computer. I don't know, maybe went to maybe a Holiday fucking Inn or something and continued his research.
He's an idiot. The person killed this time was a middle-aged guy named Paul. He was very paranoid about the outside world and anything could traumatize the poor guy. Apparently he had a Sonic Adventure 2 game to stay sane and he always played as Dr. Eggman. Really? That's the man's vice to keep him going? Just playing the Dr. Eggman levels of Sonic Adventure 2 the entire time. I mean, don't get me wrong. Great game. But wow. I betcha X has made the poor man a vegetable in his world by now. Technically speaking...
He's not making them a vegetable in his world. He's making them a veggie in our world.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's the other way around. Whatever. May 4th, 2012. I just realized something!
Again, it's his fucking diary and he's writing this shit.
Is this going to be something really obvious and stupid that should have been realized a long time ago? Why is it that she tried to get me off of the job? Why did he confiscate the damned game disc? Why has he been practically intercepting every one of mine and Chelsea's moves on this case? I'll tell you why. He's in on this. He's working for the cult of X. It's the only explanation. He took the game disc so that way the cult could use it to continue with the killings. But the boss, the boss, he can't be involved in this too. He's been mine and Chelsea's friend for years. No, I don't think he would ever go in on this. Matter of fact, I don't think he even knows about what's going on. Damn, Chief, why would you do this? When I uncover this conspiracy, I'm ratting you out!
So, instead of going to the press with this, maybe going and finding like a tabloid that'll print, fucking anything, he's gonna write it in his diary and not tell a soul. Okay.
August 12th, 2012. Boss called. 2 more murders, 30 and 31. Some kid named Tom... And here we are. Some kid named Tom... It
all comes full circle.
Tom hanged himself weeks before he gained a package. But weeks before? Wait.
Yeah, the wording on this seems a little bit fucked up.
I'm going to try to read this. Some kid named Tom hanged himself weeks before he gained a package from his deceased friend Kyle. Not surprisingly, they both played the damn game. Kyle played it first, yes, and passed on to Tom before X got him. Kyle tried to put up a good fight against X, but he clearly was no match for the Fiend. So Kyle tried to warn Tom not to play the game instead of, breaking it. But Tom did anyway. X uses as an advantage to mess with poor Tom's head, making him believe that his curiosity and wanting to help others was what caused his best friend's suffering. Tom tried to commit suicide by hanging in order to save himself from X, but apparently it failed.
How the hell did it fail? He hanged himself.
Also, how do you know all those details?
You don't happen to think that Tom also had a diary, do you?
He seems the type.
Wait, wasn't the fucking previous one written in, first person?
Oh, God. Man.
That means he left some kind of documentation behind.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. I just don't care. X is not only dangerous and powerful, he is downright sadistic and insane. Yeah, I kind of got that before now, but, whatever.
Yeah, we kind of figured that around the time he had, vegetized his 15th victim or so.
He thinks that all the horrific things he's doing is all a part of some silly game. X, you monster. Why are you doing this? What are you trying to gain?
Well, apparently he's trying to get he's trying to get cheap, easy labor over in his fucking dimension. Were you not listening when Cole told you this?
August 24, 2012. Played more of the game. Wait, why are you doing that if you know it's a portal, but...
I would like to mention, it's also been almost a year since he started this.
I know.
I'm just making this clear because it started on September 15th. We're now on August 24th.
The level Sally was in was really odd. She was in what appeared to be an old, desolate city. The sky, a dull, dark mixture of clouds. Everything was all dull, empty, and dead. No music. What was weird, because nothing else has been weird so far, is how she was smiling. Maybe she found something good? No.
I have a question. Because I am not the most versed in Sonic anything, but has Sally ever been featured in a Sonic game?
Okay, she made a small cameo appearance in Sonic Spinball during one of the minigames, and that's it.
Okay, so she hasn't appeared in any real games in the series?
No.
Okay, I was just kind of curious.
No, that wasn't the case at all. After I had her run and jump past debris, she reached the end of the level. Sonic, no. X was there. She smiled at him and he smiled back. Then another message. See? I'm not such a bad guy. Derek. Then another. I can be kind when I want to. Then it showed X holding Sally's hand and smiling warmly at her. She looked different now. Her eyes were soon shut, and her color palette seemed darker. X placed his hands around her head. I really do love humans, Derek. So much fun to play with. In fact...
Yeah, we actually all learned about Sonic's love of humans back in 2006.
Shut up. In fact, I guess you could say... Then it showed me a close-up of X with a wide, mad grin, violently snapping Sally's neck. She was still smiling as though she didn't feel any pain from it. They're the ultimate toy! I almost gagged at that. Yeah, because that was the most brutal thing you've seen up until now.
Well, dude, I mean, she did have her eyes sewn shut. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to see that in 16-bit, I know, but just saying.
The main menu showed Sally eye her TV screen, still in her darker state. She was still smiling. She can't have possibly enjoyed any of that. Yeah, maybe she's kinky. Really violently kinky. You don't know.
Like, well, you know, either that or else perhaps maybe when Sonic, you know, twisted her neck, perhaps honestly she had like stiff neck. He was just sort of, fixing it, you know? Just a little,
8:30 p.m.
Like
Cole just
I'm
called.
so happy I was able to crack my knuckles there. That timing was perfect.
Yeah, good job.
Anyway.
Cole just called me. He said that all the characters you play as in the game is all of X... Well, you spelled it differently, didn't you? X's slaves turned into horrific parodies of Sonic characters, or at least turned into their favorite Sonic characters. And X sets them up randomly in each game to show us humans what's in store for us. Wait. Oh god. No! No! I won't do it! I won't play the game just to watch you harbor X! Fuck you!
Yes, because apparently Chelsea's the only human being in the history of mankind whose favorite character is Rouge.
It's possible. August 25th, 2012. More information on X. X has these 7 guardians ruling over his world alongside him. Where the fuck is this coming from?
He's getting all these calls from his, man on the inside, man. Aren't you picking up on that?
They are essentially extensions of X himself. Oh god, extensions. Really? Fucking
oh, shit.
die. Made from his power by his power combined.
He is Captain X.
Made from his powers combined with powerful emotions of humans. Each guardian is named after the emotions they were born from. Keto Prayer Aishu. First of all, prayer is not a fucking emotion. And you need to know that.
Well, dude, I mean, keto also is not a fucking emotion. It's gibberish, as far as I can tell.
Sorrow Gekaido, Rage Kurai, Hatred Kofuku, Happiness Kyofu, Fear Yakubo, Desire. Question, why are all their names Japanese?
Probably because this person, I don't know, they were probably watching like a really shit fucking, anime, and they just saw this shit and they're just like, I totally have to use this. There was something on fucking Bleach about Guardians. I need to use it. I don't know if it's all Bleach.
X created these beings to not only maintain order in his world, but to cause trouble in ours. They corrupt humans and make them more susceptible to X snatching them away by manipulating their emotions. For example, Gekaido could bring out your anger and make you violent towards others, while Yakubo could manipulate your desires and confuse you with what's reality and what's not. What the where is all this fucking coming from? None of this
Again, I'm going to assume that he, was watching some really god-awful
None of this has ever
anime.
been implied before within the confines of the canon of the story. Not even remotely. What the Also, Cole has informed me that X plans to one day permanently cross over into our world so that way his reality will merge with ours and all of mankind will become X's slaves for eternity. But how?
Well, you see, he has to use the 7 Guardians.
Oh, the 7 Chaos Emeralds. How does he plan to accomplish such a feat?
Wait, time. How the hell are there 7 Guardians, yet there's fucking 8 of them listed? Does that mean that either Keto or Desire are not Guardians?
That, or since those two aren't paired, they're supposed to be paired with each other, so it's Desire Keto.
It would then be Desire, Keto.
I don't know how he did that, but whatever. Cole thinks that the cult is thinking of ways to make it so. But so far, none of their attempts have been successful. Apparently their knowledge in computers is not as superior as the unknown original creator of the disc. I asked why Cole knew so much of this. I don't know what compelled me to ask. Yeah, I don't know why you asked that either, because personally I would have asked it a lot sooner before now!
Oh my god, wait. All of this was previously fucking established. The whole thing about the fucking Guardians.
How?
Okay, do you happen to remember at the funeral fucking party?
Uh-huh.
He was offered literature about the Cult of X.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to assume that inside of that literature is information about the 7 Guardians.
That's not establishing anything.
And he totally had a chance to learn, because that bitch is crazy, he didn't take it. It was hinted at. Maybe not firmly established, but there was the possibility that he would have learned about this shit a long time ago. Just saying.
You're not helping. But I'm guessing it's been nagging me for some time. Dear God, poor Cole. He revealed that he was a member of the Cult of X. But he didn't like what he was getting into. Yeah, brutal murders. Might be a little questionable.
But they're not murders!
Shut up! And tried to stop the cult, at least until X got to him first. Now he's stuck in X's world, so how is he talking? He said he's lucky to even...
Well, you see, dude, now the Wi-Fi in X's world is just that good. Yeah.
He said he's lucky to even found me, since the window is still there. Anyway, he's telling me that he has information on how to put a stop to X and the cult's plans. The best way he knows how to stop X in his tracks is to destroy the disc. Really. Destroy the disc. That thing that fucking Kyle specifically told Tom to do in the very beginning of the... Fuck Tom!
Yes.
That way his only way in and out of the world of worlds will be gone and he won't be able to cause any more trouble in ours. The chief still has the disc. Or we could have given it back to the cult, like 6 months ago when he took it from you. I needed to prepare on getting it back.
Now, I have a question. So, if the only way to communicate with X, the only way to actually get access to the window is by way of this disk, or apparently any copied fucking executables taken off of the disk, wouldn't you think that the cult would actually keep, the master disk with them?
You would
and
think.
just make copies of that disk and send out the copies?
Emma, that would just make way too much sense. What are you talking about? 8:42 p.m. X got Cole. I was in the middle of talking with Cole while preparing, and then we got disconnected. When it reconnected, Cole's username changed to X. X told me that Cole had been cheating and needs to be punished. And then he posted "Ha" over and over and over and over! God damn you, Sonic.exe!
I'd like to say right now, it's really not anything special that someone's Skype name is changed to something else. For fuck's sake, I change my name on Skype every 2 months or so. It doesn't fucking mean that someone's magically taken over my account. It just means that I got bored and wanted to change my name.
My hand is still bleeding from shattering the screen. You're a fucking idiot, aren't you?
He got mad and he punched the screen. Oh shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
But I don't care. Not anymore. It's
I don't
time.
care.
It's time to put an end to this. I am here to save the future!
It's no use.
Really isn't. I'm gonna go get that damn disc and destroy it. If I don't write back after this final entry, well, let's just say that whoever finds this, whoever reads this diary, pleases find it as instructive as you can.
Please find it as instructive as you can.
Yep. Everything you've read in my diary is the truth. X is a monster from another world, and the cult of X is conspiring to help him take over our world. This cannot happen. I hope that whoever finds this and tries to put an end to this madness. Oh, that's
There is a period there, yeah.
That's the sentence.
Yeah.
This is a game on a bigger scale, and we are all pawns in an elaborate, chaotic game where the rules are being devised by the mind of a monster.
Some kind of monster. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
Please
What
do
was
that. I was singing a different song called Monster.
Gotcha.
Please,
Well, I was just trying a little spin on some kind of monster, but okay, who cares?
please do whatever you can, friend. He must be stopped. Goodbye and good luck. Derek Green. That was Derek's last journal entry. He wrote this 3 weeks ago. Today is his birthday.
So it's now been officially a year.
And now, he's dead. I wondered why he acted the way he was during these horrible events. I was worried about my friend, but I never bothered to find out why at the time. Why?
Because fuck my friend.
Why is everyone like the shittiest kind of friend in these stories? Like, first Tom completely ignoring Kyle's request, and now this motherfucker's like, I was so worried about my friend, but I never bothered to actually ask him what was wrong.
I was kind of worried, but fuck him. I had fucking better shit to do.
I feel
American Idol was on. I just couldn't be bothered.
I feel so stupid. Derek tried to fight this battle alone, and I did nothing. I haven't heard from Derek in 3 weeks. You just said he was dead. So of course you haven't heard from him.
Well, no. He said that his last entry was 3 weeks ago. He hasn't really...
No, he says I haven't heard from Derek. Personally, he hasn't heard from Derek.
Oh yeah, and now he's dead. So...
But yesterday I got an email from someone named Cole. It was addressed strictly to Bob Richardson. That's my name.
That name again is Richardson.
God damn it.
Sorry. What?
I clicked on it, and it was an audio tape that was made September 13th. That was made a day ago before I got the email. I clicked on it. This is what was on the audio tape.
Hold on. That was made a day before. If today is his birthday, if today's Derek's birthday, that would be September 15th. That means that this tape was made 2 days ago. I really kind of like how everything, like, ping-pongs on the day before or the day after my fucking birthday. I find that to be kind of interesting.
Recording starts. A man is grunting and yelling as two people are dragging him into the room. Derek, get your hands off me, you crazy cultist freaks!
No, dude, you missed a word there. It's, get your fucking hands off me, you crazy cultist freaks!
I'm sorry, I missed the word fucking.
Hell yeah.
The sound of high heels is heard as another person walks into the room. Shannon Goldman. Isn't that what you would call the Christians and the Satanists, Mr. Green? No, actually. Maybe the Satanists, but... what?
I honestly would call certain Christians cultists.
Certain?
Depends on how fucking devout they are.
Yeah, those are vague and never mind. Derek Goldman! Struggling is heard. Goldman!
Now, for those of you who do not remember, Goldman was the woman at the funeral party who offered the literature about the Seven Guardians that Derek said, no, fuck you crazy bitch.
More high heel sounds as Goldman approaches Derek. Goldman. Derek, why do you deny X? Don't you see what he's trying to do for everyone? He only wants to make our world as happy as he is. Derek, quietly. Happy. More loudly. You think stealing souls and turning them into puppets is being happy? Our planet is not his toy box, you bitch!
Okay, first of all, if I had the power to steal souls and turn people into puppets, I think I'd be rather happy doing that. It'd make me fucking giggle. But then again, I'm kind of fucked up like that, so...
We know. Goldman! More coldly. It's not your place to decide what X wants with humanity, Mr. Green. He is a divine being that wishes to make humanity happy by showing us the paradise that is his world, and taking us from the wretched filth of a planet we've been forced to live on. Derek, struggling. Some of us actually like this planet, Goldman. X's world is nothing more than a prison. All X cares about is making us his plaything for all eternity. Can't you see it's not fair?
But hold on.
Fair is hardly the way I put it.
Couldn't we see this world as our prison? For we are stuck here, and we are not able to escape.
Emma, shut the
but
fuck
X
up.
promises freedom. X promises happiness. X promises salvation.
Emma.
Yes?
Shut up. Goldman, surprisingly angry. What do you know about what's not fair? Derek, more than you do, obviously. No, you. No,
it's
you.
literally like listening to two fucking 10-year-olds bicker. It's kind of sad.
A loud slap is heard and Derek falls to the ground.
How did you know that it's Derek who's falling? It's fucking audio.
That's what I was gonna say.
Honestly, that was almost as bad as the whole, more fucking high heel sounds as Goldman fucking approaches Derek. You don't know that she's approaching Derek.
Goldman, quietly. You fool. X chose me to be his most loyal because he knew I never liked this planet. He knew I want to be rid of the stupidity humanity is causing. I'm perfectly okay with being X's slave if it means getting away from it all. Getting the peace I finally deserve after all this time. And if everyone's gonna go with me, then too fucking bad!
So, Goldman has absolute hatred for this planet. I kind of find it funny that we made the joke about Captain Planet earlier, and now Goldman essentially is reading now Goldman's giving a rather vulgar monologue that would not be out of place coming out of the mouth of Dr. fucking Blight, just saying.
Yeah, I agree. Derek, chuckling rather shakingly. Whatever. It doesn't matter anyway, because I'm going to stop you. Once and for all.
You're tied to a chair, motherfucker. You can't do shit.
Goldman, oh, are you now? With what, I presume? Derek pulls out something from his coat. It's audio!
Well, I mean, you could probably hear him but how isn't he tied to the chair?
Obviously not. With this, several gasps and murmurs are heard. Cole told me that the only way X can enter our world to collect more souls is with this. Well, no more! A loud snapping noise is heard. Silence is heard. So there was silence, because...
No. You see, there was first a loud snapping noise, then silence.
You don't hear silence, though.
It's deep and poetic. Shut up.
No, it's not!
Haven't you ever heard of a fucking deafening silence?
Shut up. Goldman starts laughing. Goldman, so Cole told you that, huh? Ha! A smart boy. But even geniuses tend to get their information wrong. Derek, what? What do you mean? Goldman, easy. High heels again as Goldman walks across the room. It's true that X cannot enter our world unless someone places that disc into a computing system. But I'm curious, Mr. Green. The sound of Goldman pulling out something from her pocket. Goldman, whatever made you think that disc in particular was the original? I'll see, Emma, they were smart.
Aha, alright, well, there we go.
Derek, shakingly, No, that can't be. Goldman, a brilliant theory, I might add, but I'm afraid it's your last one, detective. The sound of a disc being inserted into a CD drive is heard. Derek, violent struggling and yelling, is heard. No! No! Let me go! You can't do this! And then strange supernatural sounds are heard. And then the audio breaks up and distorts a bit. A new person walking into the room as Derek is screaming for his life.
I would like to just say, is there any reason why we only hear supernatural sounds? You couldn't be any more vague about noise if you tried. Just saying.
Hi, Derek. Derek. No! No! X more clearly. Ready for round 2? Then loud screeching noises are heard as the audio distorts more badly more. That's what it says.
It's not just badly or worse, it's more badly more.
Derek is screaming. Sonic.exe is laughing as there is a loud... Is it pronounced Sonic? Sonic.exe?
I don't know. We've been calling it Sonic.exe this whole time, so...
But the fact that his nickname is X seems to imply that it's supposed to be pronounced Sonic X.
Oh my god, oh fuck me dead, it seriously is a reference to Sonic
X. Is that a
X,
fucking pun, you motherfuckers? I'm gonna kick your ass!
I was fucking joking when I made the connection. I didn't, oh my god, holy shit.
He's laughing as there is a loud tune playing sped up and in reverse. Is Tom writing this now? In reverse, and a loud, fast drum-like rhythm booming loudly as the whole audio distorts and breaks up, finally ending in static. Shh. The audio tape ends.
By the way, he got this in an email, right?
Yeah.
Like, Cole sent him an email. Then how the fuck is it an audio tape? Wouldn't it just be like an MP3?
Audio tape.
It can't be an audio tape. It was sent by email.
Emailing audio tapes.
Unless it's like
the latest craze.
You know, torture file dot fucking tape. You know?
Torture file dot.
Give it time, dude. Give it time. Honestly, and the next big file thing is going to be dot tape.
After hearing this, I never felt so helpless. All my friends are gone, taken from me. There's nothing I can do about this. I'm a useless cop, after all. Yeah, you kind of are.
Well, I mean, you just gotta go to the backyard and just make sure that, and just basically make sure that Chelsea is watered, and she will grow to be a strong, strong vegetable.
Oh my god. But I hope someday someone, somewhere is able to put a stop to this, to do what I failed to do. You didn't even try. I have to hope. I have to believe there's a chance at winning this. Because if there is no hope, no chance, Sonic X wins the game.
The end. Oh, fuck me dead.
These stories suck!
That was something.
I mean, I guess from a technical perspective, it's more well-written than the first one. Technically.
I am curious if there's anybody listening to this who has any idea where in fuck the whole thing about the 7, Guardians came from. Please mention it in the comments, because I'm curious. I am. I'm just curious as to what fucking rancid, horrible, weeaboo fucking ass the writer pulled the 7 Guardians from. So, are we ready for round 2.5?
No.
Well, I'm not talking tonight, dude.
Is that actually a thing, or are you just fucking with me?
Well...
Oh, so what do you mean 2.5? Why wouldn't it be round 3?
Because Sally.exe is not an official sequel.
Oh, yeah, true. Well,
see?
Maybe. We'll see. Popular demand. Whatever. Till next time! This is Darkness, and I bid you all a fond farewell.
Take care, guys.